and Kansas City Chiefs taking on the NFC champions, the Los Angeles Rams. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis, beyond thrilled to be bringing you the Super Bowl. All the pomp, all the circumstance, all the pageantry. It doesn't get any better than this, partner.
I'm loving sharing this booth with you, sharing this.
That's some shit I gotta do. One is settings and devices and audio and game and phone. I hate when niggas click the jump. Like, you know, I'm pausing it for a reason, bro. Why would you rush me? Like, look at this little weak ass nigga.
Moment. This type of a game, for all the teachers who said we'd never make it, we're here.
And we talk these last couple weeks about the buildup, the anticipation. I think these guys are just ready to get out there and get this thing started.
And I know that both coaching staffs have spent considerable time trying to figure out how to best bring their team up to a peak without taking them over the edge and causing a lot of issues early in the game.
And you don't think much of a pregame speech is needed for this one?
I think the pregame speeches were the shortest all year. If they didn't just say, let's go get them, guys, they probably talked too much.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Eckler trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
He came a long way with this rolling shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm man rolling good J's and shit. Okay, big man.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. A shotgun snap for Watson. In trouble here.
Nobody's open.
Back at the 8-yard line. Von Miller.
Oh, he don't like that.
Get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down.
Oh, that's him, that's him.
Here's Matt Hawk now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And taken right at the 35.
Okay, Mostert.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over.
You know what I'm saying? He started breaking away a little bit. But you know what time it is. Put them sprinters in the game. We're going to call them sprinters.
1st and 10. Prescott. That's complete to his receiver,
McLaurin. Terry McLaurin.
His guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning to his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Saying that I wasn't going to make it to the Super Bowl again. They must know this my league.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
They must know this my league.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
On me. Boom! Oh, tackle him! Somebody tackle this nigga. He's gone.
20.
Oh my God, man. A little lucky, right? That's gonna be a funny touchdown.
Made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising
like that. I can't even be mad.
now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20.
That was a good steal if
that
he did,
deep in the end zone. I think most coaches want him to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there.
That wasn't all up. Like right there, he broke out.
Will Lutz on for the point after.
Making niggas fumble. He be crushing them.
It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece.
Back to 0-0.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
You stay right
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
It's hard for me to tell it sometimes. That's why I gotta throw dots. You know what I'm saying? We throw dots, I don't got used to it for it because you just open.
By a few yards, just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
I almost have to go for it right now.
We're going to 54, right here. We're going 47. Check Mike, Atlanta, check Mike.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs.
That's kind of gay. The string came back. Had a nigga open, nigga jumped up and deflected that shit. What are the chances of that?
Check Mike 21. Check tight. Let's go.
Running on
hell yeah.
Eckler. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
A loss of 4. I'm not playing.
Reset. 19. Check back 21. Nice, read up.
Now a first carry for their fullback.
Hey, Fletch.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Seeing how I got on him.
Well, big man with the ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Take a field goal now. Oh, unless he's gonna throw me a pick right quick. He comes out on Wildcat. Are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck do you think this is? You would have come out and crack what you're smoking?
And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good. And in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game. Well, that is not what you want to see from him on the big stage, obviously. And he's been so reliable all season long.
A big part of why they've gotten here to this game. But you have to wonder, will this haunt them later as the Super Bowl progresses?
I'm not punting. Unless it's 4th and forever. If it's 4th and 10, I'm going for it.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team.
Damn, bro, where's your last
ditch?
Yeah,
Triangle is open down
to
the
their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows a coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Not on my team.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, Ronan. Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Looking to throw. Prescott. That is incomplete.
He dropped it.
A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them. They're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off.
That's cool, though.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott.
I just always find a way. What the fuck? This nigga dropped it again.
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on
yeah,
the
he needs to get cut.
Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty?
What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let him play.
Like, he shouldn't be on the field type shit. He gonna drop passes like that.
No flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Like, do I got the ball to McLaurin every time?
This may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
I might have to. Like, the way these niggas are playing.
Prescott.
Oh, my God. I'm going to throw it to the wrong team.
Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds,
Come
the
on.
linebacker.
I can't do shit like that.
And he is not
quite going
to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
And he luckily got in there. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Rams have taken the lead. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in the play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it. And that has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Let's go! Let's go!
Nice and smart. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no money involved.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Bruh, why the fuck?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
He threw the ball straight like that. He probably think he about to win.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the give, this is Eckler. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Watson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Harold Landry able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. From the 31, Prescott. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown.
Oh, and Mack has the ball stripped. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Who's that? 19! 10, 19.
Here we go, here we go.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Cheers the mic. Cheers the mic. And here we go. Watch the ball. Watch the pass.
Back to throw. Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Duke Riley. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Cheers the mic. Cheers the mic. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to go.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Dancing to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the 1st down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 31.
Kill. Check 52.
This is a counter play. Eckler. They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Keep it up.
2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. 65, 49, check.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Watson. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? From the gun, here's Watson. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And Lutz puts this one through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Kill. 47.
They'll try and run for this with Matt. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First down, Prescott. And he fires one incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
47. That's right, baby.
Now Prescott. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. 46. Second time defense, let's go. Both sevens to Mike. Go on.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Eluding the pressure right. Flushed out right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. They'll run the screen with Mack. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Prescott now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 now. Prescott looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't want to have to use my kicker this game, but I would definitely kick it.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Sanders' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
I bet if he would have said that 50.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
They're going to bet me 50 that I lose.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
They're just trying to put the black man down. That's all that is. They hate on the black man. Got a black tight end. Got a black quarterback. I'm black.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
They can't take that kind of shit. I'm telling you, that motherfucker ball. Goddamn, you can't catch.
Now Prescott. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him.
McLaurin.
Second catch in the Super Bowl is good enough for a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Check back 11, check back 11. Hey, 47. Hey, check back 11, check back 11. Watch twist.
Prescott from the gun. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
He's not scoring a touchdown. He's going to pick a 3.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on fourth down.
Ice, blood in your veins like Frozone. You know how Frozone is? I'm like Frozone. That's all the play.
They're going to try and throw. And it's complete.
Frozone, right?
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
You don't play that hand right
After that
one. Here in the third quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a fourth down play.
Prescott to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
47's the mic, boys. 47. Check. Here we go, 47. Let's go, defense. 26.
And again, it's Prescott.
Oh, my
third
God.
time tonight, he's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 31. Now Eckler. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A give, Eckler running to the right, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 53. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. This to McLaurin out on the left side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Check Michael out. Check Michael out. Check the house.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. J.J. Watt. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Prescott now. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down.
Here we go, 46. Check back the left, check back the left. Got you, boy. I got you, boy. Check back the left, check back the left. Twerk, 46.
Now Prescott on 4th down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position.
Reset. 19. Check back 21. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Here is Eckler. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll run here with Eckler. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
He'll find Metcalf. Touchdown, LA! DK Metcalf, 31 yards. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Now it's Watson, forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down, and he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Never had good my ass to work downstairs. That's funny as shit.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And Oliver able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. After the sack on 1st down, Prescott airing it out deep for Smith. It got his man complete. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A big play there. Taking it in. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will shave 1 more off this lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
This is like
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
It's a gain of 33 as we ironically approach 3:33 remaining in the quarter.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's first and 10 from the 45. On the ground, it's Eckler. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. A handoff. It's Eckler. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On third down, here's Eckler. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
So it's not going to work on the PS5 games. It says it's going to work on PS4 system.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. To throw on 2nd and 10, Prescott.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
Hey, kill. Check, 47. 47 Mike. 26.
They'll throw again. Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A first down and then some, 36 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46. Go, get out there. 47. Here we go, team.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Once more, here's Eckler. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game. Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He had to run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17.
Set. 19. Check.
On 2nd down, it's Hawkins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Rams have won the Super Bowl. And they will get the Lombardi.
You know I play ass. How about a nigga with 54 passing yards just beat me?
Now fire Dax Prescott like right now.
You said fire Dak Prescott. Yeah, I'm about to fire his ass. Yeah, but I'm like my pick gonna be too late. I probably can't get Michael Vick, but I probably can get him.
Colin Kaepernick.
Mm-hmm.
Purdue online college. Nigga went to Purdue. Wake Forest, Syracuse, Texas Tech, USC, Maryland, Pittsburgh, Texas A&M, HBCU. What's a hybrid?
It's like a. It's not a He can do a lot of things. Mustangs a hybrid. He's a Superman.
Little man is
Mm. What time you going home?
Hmm?
What time you going home?
Fuck no. Wonder how I come home from work at 10 o'clock.
This nigga talking about something. Cause I was gonna bet him 20 that I win the Super Bowl. And I told him lock in. He ain't say shit. And then I just lost. He tried to hit me like, come on, man. You can't hit me with the okie doke.